Start out by thanking our fans that made the trip, or came out to support us. As we got back in that game, I appreciated their effort and their energy in that stadium. They had a nice atmosphere there today, but I appreciate the folks that came out. I give credit to Rutgers and Coach Shiano, fourth year in the program, doing some good things. They had a good size. They've built depth. They're playing smart football. I thought they did a nice job today. Questions?
We'll start in the front row with Andy. 256 rushing yards, I think they averaged 7.5 yards a carry. How tough is it to stay in the game when the numbers get up?
Yeah, I don't think the numbers looked like that at the beginning of the fourth. I think the short yardage run was a backbreaker. I think the quarterback hurt us running the ball for 3 quarters. We got to do a better job there. I think being able to finish. We had a defensive breakdown, 3rd and 1. I think it's 21-16, and it's 3rd and 1, and we don't have the edge of the defense, and he gets out. I mean, you can't do that on any back, let alone a good back. And then not being able to finish. I thought they pinned their ears back, came off in the ball, and they were able to close it out running the ball.
On that long one that you mentioned, was that just guys got sucked in by the fake and that open the left side? What do you see in that?
No, I think everybody was crowding it right, expecting something, but we had a safety that lost contain that should have turned it back, kept the ball on his inside shoulder.
Mike, you were playing some younger guys filling in. How much did that disrupt assignments, alignments, those kind of things?
Yeah, we've got to build depth. You guys have heard me talk about that. Of course, Alan Tisdale didn't play, and you just got to get Will Johnson and even George Bounds. We got to get some guys coming along, and I think at safety, obviously with Nasir out, Stroman didn't play the second half. Mose and Jalen Jones, Confederate receiver. These guys, we got to keep bringing them along. I think developing those guys is critical. We've got Mansour playing some safety. We've got Canteen trained to play there a little bit. But, Takai Heath went in the game at receiver, suffered an injury in the first series, wasn't able to play. But Dante Levitt got some work, and Braylon Johnson got some work, and not just in their units, but also on special teams.
David and then Danny.
Brent, how would you evaluate Kyle's first start?
Yeah, I would say inconsistent, but I think there's some really good things. He made it hard to defend him. I think he had some nice balls today. He did a really nice job running the ball. He did miss a few reads that I think left some plays on the field. His decision-making was pretty good. First college start, I think there'll be a lot to build from. So certainly some good things, but I think he would be the first to say a bunch of things we need to be better at.
Is Grant just physically unable to go, and how long do we?
Yeah, he was not able to play today. Yeah, he didn't practice a whole lot this week, but he was an emergency guy.
Second week in a row, you've dug yourself a hole and then almost dug yourself out. What are things you want to change to make sure those starts are better and you're not having to fall out of the hole?
Yeah, I have to look at that first as a head coach. I think we've got self-inflicted wounds. The fumble and we miss a tackle. We go out defensively after the fumble in the first series. We got a free hitter behind the line of scrimmage and miss a tackle. Again, plays that need to be made that, we have to start better. I don't know if it's a confidence thing, maybe the way we start practice. We're going to look at it as coaches and certainly talked about it as players. We know the team that we can be, right? There's signs of it in both of these losses. There's signs of it in moments. We have to be the team that we're capable of being more consistently throughout 4 quarters.
You mentioned Tisdale. Any reason behind him not playing today?
Yeah, he was injured.
What you mentioned, Danny mentioned getting back in the game. What did you like about the fight you saw? To get two scores back to back, to get him a couple stops in a row, to be right there, 1-score game.
Yeah, that's what I told him. It's just hurtful for everybody in that locker room that you work so hard to claw back in it. We just put ourselves just too much in a hole to overcome. We're just not that type of team. The margin of error for us is very small. We can't afford to make those kind of mistakes early in a game and then just bounce right back. You know, that's not going to happen often enough for sure. So I think, I'm encouraged by the positive things that there is good fight. There's guys that stepped up and made plays. Quan Felton, Kyron, I think Tootin. I mean, there's guys that are doing good things. We just got to put it together a little bit better.
Mike, we talked about the young guys in at safety. How about receiver with Jennings and Lane out? What did you see? What did you like? And then how quickly do you need to bring some of those guys along?
Yeah, I thought Aiden Green did a nice job. He had a catch or two, and I think his first outing, the game looked a little big for him, but I think he came around today. We just got to keep developing those guys. We're excited about Takai and his opportunity today with Jay Lane out, and we didn't get to see that, but we'll evaluate him and see where we're at moving forward.
I know, Brent, overcoming adversity was a big thing to work on last season. First half, it seemed like all three of Rutgers' touchdown drives, there was a moment of adversity that kind of spiraled with the bad punt on the third one, the roughing the passer on the second one, and obviously the turnover in the first. Why do you think some of those issues may have happened why do you think some of those issues may have happened?
Yeah, I think, obviously we got to figure that out. We got to start better than that. That's 2 weeks in a row where we don't play to our potential early in the game. As the head coach, I got to look at it. And, we'll talk about that this evening and tomorrow. And we just talked about it in the locker room. We're the type of team that if we give ourselves a chance on a level playing field, I like the opportunity.
Two more, Andy and then Damon. Was Jalen Lane close today?
He was a pregame decision. Just didn't look quite well enough. Ran a route in pregame that you kind of saw him flinch, and he's a tough kid. And believe me, he wanted to go. And he's a pretty good player at 85 or 90%. But we got to get him well. He's too important to us. We got to get him well and get him healthy to help us, here the rest of the way.
And Draws ran for 74 yards on it. Looked like a designed quarterback runs. Does he just have an element that he brings to this run game that would be able to take advantage of?
Yeah, I think we have to. That is a strength of his. And there's some areas he can improve there, but that is a strength of his that we have to build on and make people account for.
Hill wasn't got majority reps to start. Was that because he was playing better, or is Keontae still hurt?
Yeah, Keontae's banged up. Yeah, he's got a couple of things going on. So he's hanging in there the best he can. And, Caleb's stepping up, getting better each week. He's a very conscientious freshman. But, Keontae's battling through some things as well. We got a little bit of an injury bug right now, but that's, a lot of teams have that. We've got to overcome. Guys got to step up. We can be certainly better than we were today.
Will Brent be back for next week?
I think that's still questionable. I wish there was better progress this week, but, we'll evaluate it tomorrow and kind of hit the reset for the week and see what he can do. Got to get him going, regardless of what we go with. We got to get Grant going and, get him healthy. All right, appreciate it, everybody.